Hey you all, Carpetbagger here, coming to you live from the West. More specifically, I'm right outside of Denver, Colorado. And even more specifically than that, I'm in front of one of the greatest restaurants in the entire world, Casa Bonita. I've visited here before. It is a magical place. It's hard to describe in some ways. It's a Mexican restaurant, but there's live cliff diving. There is a haunted cave in the restaurant. There is a gorilla that runs around. It's a really good time. And like a lot of people know Casa Bonita from, I was featured prominently in a South Park episode, the creators of South Park, from this area. And Cartman was obsessed with Casa Bonita, obsessed with going to Casa Bonita. Unfortunately, Casa Bonita was almost a victim of the pandemic. They closed during the pandemic and have still not resumed serving food yet at this point. Apparently they were going into bankruptcy, which is kind of a scary thought. But the creators of South Park actually reached out and have announced that they have the intention of buying Casa Bonita. So I wanted to get a Casa Bonita update while I was here in Colorado, and I was doing a little bit of research online, and the website, surprisingly enough, said that they were not serving food, but they were open, if that makes any sense. So I tried calling the number listed. It was disconnected. So I figured the only thing I could do is come out here to Casa Bonita itself and figure out what's going on. So follow me, we'll go take a look. It's that wonderful pink tower there. Here's their sign with all their live entertainment, gunfights, cliff divers, puppet shows, amazing magicians, dancing monkeys. You can see the wonderful art there on the sign. So it looks like they're hiring here. Here's the front door. It is open. Look at this. It says free guided tours 7 days a week. All right, so the people at the door here said that they're doing tours. They have certain times of the day they're doing tours. The next tour's an hour, so maybe I'll just hang out and wait. I'm really excited. I wasn't expecting this. Maybe get a tour and an update of what's going on in Casa Bonita. All right, it's almost time for our tour. Let's head inside of Casa Bonita.
But anyways, my name is Black Bart. I am the roughest, the toughest, no good, low down, dirty hombre to ever walk this here restaurant. Unfortunately, we ain't got no drinks up in our saloon. We ain't got no food in our watering hole. However, we do have a full buffet of sights and sounds for you guys to see today. If you do get lost in the building, unfortunately, you become one of us. You live forever, but you can't leave the building. So we want you guys to be able to come inside now. You don't have to eat the Casa Bonita food for the rest of eternity, of course. Is this water fountain right here, as you guys can tell. It actually was shipped up here in 6 pieces from Guadalajara, Mexico. It used to sit in the plaza down there. So we got a lot of actual pieces of good old Guadalajara, Mexico in the restaurant as well. That's what I like to hear. Follow me.
All right, get going. Casa Bonita tour by Black Bart himself.
Pretty good stuff. I'm glad we're still up and kicking. This is obviously our little waiting room, so you guys come in regular operations. There's usually a little line foreman right there, but you're kind of waiting to get in line or meet up with your family or something like that. We have this really nice bougie little room. This is probably my favorite armoire in the entire restaurant. It was hand carved. We have a couple other armoires in the restaurant as well. And if you guys are wondering who this gentleman is, that is Mr. Pan, of course. Very cool, very cool. Now make sure you don't look at bathrooms too long. They're the second most haunted bathrooms on Colfax. The less you look at them, the less ghost y'all is going to see.
Ghosts?
And if you look down, you'll notice we got these pretty cool cobblestones in the ground. It's made to resemble like you guys just got into the town of Guadalajara, Mexico, right off of your horses. And he was about to have a good time in the town of Guadalajara, Mexico. The kitchen, and as you're waiting down the line, they're going to be getting your meal ready for you. So we are a cafeteria style dining restaurant. You don't serve yourself. It's kind of made to resemble like the coolest school cafeteria you ever gone to. We do each order per person, and you put the little individual touches on it if you guys want them individual touches. Now I know you guys might be getting a little bit hungry, but I need to warn you, these fruits are not actually real, they are plastic. Over the Casa Bonita apocalypse, I ate about 3 of them potatoes, realized I was not converting my glucosamine to adenosine triphosphates, so I just had to go to the Abbey Hut across the street, of course. Pretty sweet stuff. Speaking about food that ain't real, this is an actual real tortilla rolling room. Back in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, we used to roll all of our own tortillas in-house. We do order them from a local third-party vendor now, so they are actually handmade in Colorado as well. It's just done at a little bit of a different location. That is a real tortilla rolling machine right there. They do use that to make sopapillas sometimes. Even though we ain't got nobody up in here rolling tortillas, sometimes on a Saturday night, however, you will see some of the servers actually rolling silverware up in there. It is just as exciting, folks. And that is right here. You grab yourself a nice little tray, you slap that on our lunch counter, and you start moseying down the line. Now, if y'all don't have your Black Bart certification card, I do apologize. You guys can't be jumping over stuff like me in here. What I would like you to do, sir, is I'd like you to mosey on down this line, and once you see that squash poster, I'd like y'all to stop, okay? All right.
All right. So I walked down here for the squash poster.
I've always wanted to see about this.
Yeah! Oh, great job, sir. Doing an excellent job. I knew you guys would be responsible for just a couple seconds. But process to get into your table. But we're going to actually hook a little left right here, and you guys can come check out the kitchen if you guys
I'm
like.
gonna get to see the kitchen.
Good stuff. I like doing the back scenes tour, of course.
Oh, look at all these sodas.
Very good, very good. If you ain't ever seen what a soda looks like before it's an actual soda, obviously that's what it would look like right here. Now we do happen to have something pretty sweet right here. Can you guys guess what the heck this thing is?
Is that an ice machine?
Correct, sir, man. You are on top of it. Most people, they think it's like a rice cooker or something like that, and I tell them they're not necessarily wrong. You just got to get rid of the R. The pirates will take your R for you, because this is actually the world's second largest ice machine. Come on into the kitchen. These are obviously our 2 big lines right here. We do a lot of the food in-house, of course. Back over here we got the flat tops and the grill. The fryers are over on this side for all the different kind of fried foods you guys want and stuff like that. This is actually a pizza oven, believe it or not. We don't have pizza, of course, but we use this to actually keep the enchilada plates hot pretty good too. So make sure to salute her. She's doing a very good job. As you can see, they've been cleaning the kitchen up pretty good. It smells pretty nice in here. Looking like it's getting ready to get back to food pretty dang soon. If you guys want to see a really weird feat right here, that's what I look like without a beard. Very strange, of course, right? This is all the people that we got on staff right now. So it's a little bit of a ghost ship, but everybody that's working here right here has worked here for quite a bit of time and knows how to run the place. So we got the kind of the Casa Bonita All-Stars on staff right now. This is our massive dish pit. As you guys can tell, there's always quite a bit of action happening in here. Usually a lot of, it's obviously a little bit dead right now, but when we're in regular operation, there's all kinds of pulse happening. Might as well take you guys over here just real quick if you guys want to see this. Right back over here is where we got all the different kitchen stuff. They're working real hard back here as well, so I gotta make sure you did my hat for them.
Yeah.
Pretty dang sweet, and we's gonna be getting them sopapillas running pretty soon too. But now we're actually coming on out of the entrance to get on into here. Welcome on into Casa Bonita, folks. Really cool little spot. We're popping out into our lovely upper plaza. As you guys can see on the left, we got our lovely sopapilla stand. That is our most popular menu item. We sell about 1 million of them a year. And by sale, I mean they do end up coming free with every meal. Usually most popular type of thing. If you ain't never had one before, basically it's a nice little soft pillow thing. It puffs up real nice. You throw honey on top of that, and man, are they delicious. So we got the more sopapillas, please sign, as you guys can tell. Something I'm wishing we get running again. But anyways, as I said, this is the upper plaza. I know it's a little bit dead right now, but this generally is where the main pulse of the restaurant is happening, of course. So usually, as you can see, the servers be coming out of here. Right behind me is generally where the mariachi band is playing. They come in around 5 o'clock. Really great mariachi band, and pretty sweet. Usually a little bit of salsa happening right there. A little bit of bachata, a little bit of merengue. So if you guys come back, make sure you wear your dancing shoes. I do appreciate that you got the official shoes of Casa Bonita on as well, the Crocs. They work pretty dang good in this restaurant, I have to say so. Well, alrighty partners, welcome on into our cool upper arcade. As you guys can tell, I always like the little paintings that they got in here. All the different walls are made to represent the different seasons of time, which is pretty cool as well. If you never seen Black Bart Scooter before, now's the time. It's a pretty sweet game. I didn't bring any tokens, so I'm just gonna do an example of the type of tricks I would do on a scooter. But anyways, keep on moving on along. Spider stomping game's pretty popular with the kiddos. And we got good old Waterfall right here. It's probably my favorite thing, man. I have to say so. Eat your peas, Bart. Eat your peas. Alright, I got one of them in. That's all that really matters. Oh, we got some new dinosaurs and stuff, too. So we got all kinds of cool prizes for the kiddos. Once you win a bunch of points. And of course, the most popular part of the arcade is obviously the Skee-Ball Machines. These things are very old school. These are kind of what stuff looked like when I was a little young, and it's kind of cool. We got a little piece of history up in here. Very cool Skee-Ball Machines, I'd have to say.
Awesome.
So you guys are getting a little bit of a unique opportunity walking around here. And folks, welcome on into our lovely and fantastic Pink Plaza. Really cool little spot to check out. So the unofficial name of this place is the Pink Plaza, and the actual official name of this place is the Governor's Ballroom. Goes with us today, but what I like to do is I count uno, dos, tres, and on tres. I like everyone to give me their very best. Yeah! I think you gentlemen can do it.
Yes.
I think you can. I can see it in y'all's eyes. All right, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Uno, dos, tres. Yeah! Right next door, we got our lovely Casaritas. It's like the Casa Bonita version of the margarita. Tends to be pretty heavy duty on the tequila. We got the Dos Equis, and we got the buckets of Corona, the good kind. So y'all don't need to worry about it.
Oh, the good kind.
Very delicious. The good kind with the lime, of course. So we're taking the good name of Corona back in the right way, of course. But that's a little high. I know the elevation's getting a little bit thin up here. We're over a mile high, folks, and we're gonna actually hook a little left on over to the area we like to call our Grand Vista. Now, do you gentlemen know what Grand Vista means?
Great view.
Bingo boingo, 700 points to Slytherin, sir. So you got that one correct. It translates to big view or great view, as you guys can tell. This is the highest dining area in the entire restaurant. We do also happen to have a gorilla skit. It's one of our entertainment shows, and it's a pretty good place, especially on a Saturday night when it's pretty crowded, to watch that gorilla running around and messing with people without getting a sopapilla thrown at you. So right on over here is actually made to resemble the wine country in Mexico, so kind of over down by the Baja California Peninsula on the northern portion of Mexico. They do have some soil that is very fertile for growing grapes. So that's why we got this little Vineyards Room to kind of represent the wine country. We have been voted 20 years in a row the very best fake grapes in all of Colfax, so Michael's ain't got nothing on us, of course. Fun little fact about this room is we did used to have these grapes all throughout the entire vineyards. However, over the years, the kids would be picking off the grapes and stuff and either taking them as a souvenir or trying to eat them. So just to make sure not as many of the grapes get stolen, we move the grapes a little bit higher up. As you can tell, some of the adults have been stealing them too, and we think that they might have been blaming it on the kiddos. It's known as the Great Colfax Caper, of course. So Alex Jones will probably be covering that in the future. But anyways, keep on moving on along. And now we're moving on over to the very furthest table away from both the stage and the kitchen. This is our Matador Room. So the original owner was pretty into bullfighting. You will see the bullfighting theme throughout the restaurant. A couple of the posters in the hallways and stuff represent that. I'm not too partial to it myself, but I absolutely respect the history on it. And we do also have one other little style of architecture in here. This is our Gazebo Room. And a gazebo means a house with no walls. It is the Spanish influence. Very popular table. We've had a lot of celebrity type guests sit in this area. Sometimes we'd have celebrities come in. They actually got little things you can kind of cordon off just so people don't bother them as much, but they still get to get the experience. I do know that Clint Eastwood has sat here at least 3 times. He used to come in here with his niece and stuff. Also, some other big names have sat in here, the Denver Broncos, and also Trey Parker and Matt Stone, some pretty cool people that have been into the restaurant for quite a bit of a while. So there's a South Park episode that has Cartman comes into the restaurant, steals a basket of sopapillas from one of them tables, sits down at that table, eats his sopapilla, and then jumps off the cliff.
So that's the table that Cartman sits at.
That is the Cartman table. A lot of people like doing the Cartman challenge, basically, where they get their pictures up in there. They juxtapose it next to Cartman. It's a pretty exciting spot. You guys would see in Mexico. It's a little bit cramped, it's a little bit crowded, but it is a cool area to sit. Another cool thing about this area over in here is we do happen to have a little hidden feature right here. Do you guys see a familiar face anywhere around here?
Is that a hidden Mickey?
Congratulations, sir. 700 points to Gryffindor. That is our lovely hidden Mickey. So that is kind of a little Easter egg left over by the Disney crew that built this place. It's obviously not a Disney franchise, but we did contract out the people that built Disneyland and Universal Studios as well.
So they worked on the initial construction of the building?
They are the ones that did the work on here.
Oh, that's
kind of cool because this entire place was built in the space of just 1 year, believe it or not. They acquired the property in 1973 and they built the space in 1 year, opened it up in 1970.
Yeah, I kind of see like a Epcot vibe almost.
It does have that Epcot vibe. I think it's the same people that kind of did that as well, and the work is really good. And now we're winding on over into our lovely plaza. This is one of them, or it's our Cliffside Plaza. It's one of the most popular areas to sit, and pretty cool because a gorilla be running around through here. You can always give him a high five and stuff like that. It's an exciting time. And this is kind of it's like the most popular area, the secondary most popular area. And this is our other little Cliffside Plaza, kind of like the VIP area, as you guys can tell. It's always got the best view of the stage, especially you're real close to the divers. It's kind of cool because obviously Casa Bonita, one of our most popular shows, is the cliff diving show, of course, over in this area. Sometimes we got some Broncos players that'll sit at this table as well. Also, I've seen like a lot of like the local sports team, they give you a little bit of favoritism. If you're wearing Raiders gear, traditionally, usually they'd sit you in the splash zone or over on the other side to get heckled. But sometimes the Pirates try to steal your shoes. Popularity. We will be getting the pool up and running again soon, but this is the nice little swan dive spot. It's probably my favorite dive to do, and generally when I'm on shift doing the dive stuff, I would get right on up over here. This is one of the dives you do have to do to be on the dive team. Basically duck into a little ball, you shoot up and you actually gap over this rock. That's actually kind of the traditional way that we do it, and you usually aim for the waterfall that's falling right down. But anyways, gentlemen, welcome on into Cat Country. If you look over here, a lot of people miss that up there. That is Mr. Bob the Bobcat and obviously Kenny. So Bob the Bobcat is our oldest standing Casa Bonita employee. Kind of the story about him is we acquired this property in 1973 from a Joslyn's department store. So it was kind of like a Sears Roebuck type of thing. So we have 52,000 square feet in this entire restaurant, and they acquired the property in 1973, built everything in the space of just 1 year, and Bob was actually the final touch that they put on the restaurant. And they actually found that wily Bobcat right there in the attic of the Joslyn's already pre-stuffed. So it wasn't a live Bobcat that they stuffed, of course, but it was like a weird little leftover thing. So Bob's he's pretty ancient. But now that you done survived Cat Country, welcome to Bat Country. As you can see up here, we have our lovely COVID-free bats. Don't worry, they have been vaccinated by Captain Amazon. And that is the second animal in the wildlife tour of Casa Bonita, of course. Up there taking a nice little dust bath. So anyways, right here is the backside of the waterfall. Really cool spot. Obviously, if you do not have your official Casa Bonita cliff diver certification card, you ain't allowed to jump up in the pool. But it's a really good spot for the diver to actually be doing a swan dive. So you're getting a little bit of a unique view of the restaurant, because usually the waterfall is obscuring the view. But the swan dive is pretty cool, because you usually get up on this banister, you actually jump through the waterfall, and then as soon as you kind of hit that waterfall, you throw back like that, arch your back. It kind of does like a little, it looks like you're coming through the waterfall. Nice little splash of stuff. It's very cinematic, and you end up landing down here. Also back here, it's like a semi-hidden secret, but this is how we get up on the stage as the actors. Always the divers, usually the bad guy, so the bad guy usually gets up this way. I'm going to show y'all. Bam, right on into here. So at Casa Bonita, we have 3 types of entertainers. We have the dry stunt. They're mostly actor, actress background. They don't jump in the pool. They just don't feel like doing it. We also do have the wet stunt, which is a mostly actor, actress background as well. But they do consent to jumping in the pool. It has its own specific training thing. And then, of course, we have the divers. They're obviously, it's like the most physically intensive part, even though the acting stuff is very physically intensive because you're running around as several different types of things you can do in this area. Very popular with little kiddos and stuff like that. Directly above us is our shark basket, which is actually a placeholder for the piñata. This is our lovely yellow safety line around everything, of course, as well. Make old-fashioned boardwalk cartoon drawn up of you. Oh, really cool army. We got the monkey on a string. He's very popular, of course. He's like the most popular kid in school besides Tortilla. Also, we have our puppet booth over here. It's like a miniature version of Red Rocks, in my opinion. And especially on the Saturday nights, it gets pretty popular. We got a show happening on the stage, a show happening in the auditorium downstairs, Magic Auditorium, and we have a puppet show all happening at the same time. It's made to be like you come here and you eat your meal for about an hour, and then you walk around for about an hour. You'll be able to see at least one of the stage shows. It's pretty sweet, right?
There's the little puppet show there.
I'm going to show you guys my secret hideout. You guys want to come check out Black Bart's cave real quick?
Yes.
Oh man, alright, so we got some great gentlemen in with us.
Alright, going into Black Bart's cave here.
Oh yeah, so make sure not to tell anybody where my secret cave is, even though everybody knows about it, because it's pretty popular. Now, make sure you don't steal my gold. It is fake, at least that's what I tell people.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
And you guys are about to meet the whole family as well. I know, we got the nice action on there. That's Mr. Skellington. He's a really good dog guy. Now look around, we got some pretty cool crystals up in here. Sometimes I do catch them hippie girls in here trying to steal my crystals. They start giving me a tarot reading, they find out I'm a Gemini, and they just run away. Now I need to warn you guys, we do have a haunted skull in here. Whatever you do, do not touch the haunted skull. Okay, oh man.
Don't touch the haunted skull.
That thing is spooky, it is very haunted, just to let y'all know. Oh man, the haunted skull, alright, I'm feeling, even though I said I ain't gonna touch you, I'm gonna. Oh jeez! I warned y'all, it's pretty dang haunted, of course. Great scare. You gotta get a little bit of adrenaline up.
Who's that?
Oh, that is a great question, sir. I love that. So that is actually my cousin Steve. He's part cat. Don't worry about him. He loves it up in there, of course. We do have some pneumatic stuff in here that actually he tends to pop up and stuff like that. We don't got it running right now, but we'll get that fired back up in normal operation.
Oh!
Oh my goodness, sir. And make sure you do not fall in our bottomless pit. Oh my goodness, I have no idea where the heck that bottomless pit ends up. And that's obviously, that's my ex-wife, Deborah. She likes AC/DC, like a bunch of different, like heavy rock and stuff like that. I wouldn't chain smoke cigarettes because he's gonna look like her. But
oh look, there's the bats.
I know, and then we got more bats and spoodlers up in there.
Oh, look at those spooky eyes.
Oh man, so that is actually my other cousin. His name is Sasquatch. And the cool thing is you gotta, if you're real brave, you can put your face up in there and... Ah! Oh, it's Sasquatch! As you can see, the relation's actually pretty close. We look pretty dang similar. Now, there's a lot of stuff happening in here.
Oh, it's a gorilla.
And, oh my goodness. And that's Ignacio.
That's really scary.
I know, Ignacio is a little bit spooky. He's a little grumpy because he ain't had a Sophia in quite a bit of a while. Now, Ignacio is actually, he's kind of the family overachiever. He is my half-brother. He's a little mad because he's got paid $900 a month for this year's studio apartment. Does happen to have a roommate, but he actually goes to art school on the weekends, which is pretty cool. A lot of local graffiti's done by Mr. Ignacio.
There's a skull down there.
No, that's Mr. Skeleton number 2. Now we're gonna keep on moving on along. Oh man, say your prayers, varmint. Now you're done for.
Done for.
And this is Mr. I'ma die. His name's real hard to pronounce. I do apologize. There was supposed to be a dragon somewhere in this cave. I'm not quite sure where it went. Somewhere. Oh my god. Oh, I'm in the dragon right now, in the belly of the beast. But anyways, make sure to keep on moving on along. The only way out of here is in, of course. And once you're done with this, you're going to be an official dragonborn.
Oh, in the belly of the dragon.
And then this is where Black Bart likes to host his cave raves, of course. Yeah. And it does look like there's some dynamite in here that's about to blow, so we might be moving a little bit quick. Oh my goodness. Make sure you don't hit your head on that entrance. That's why we got our own self-feeding house up there.
Oh, Black Bart's cave, that's awesome.
But really cool spot to watch all the dives from. Right here, as I said, that's our 16-foot platform on the stage. Really cool little thing. It juts out and shoots you right over to where the center of the pool is. Great place to do flips from. If your guys' tacos are a little bit too crunchy for you and you want them with a side of bromine, obviously you're going to want to sit in our lovely splash zone. So sometimes the parents get a little bummed out they get splashed, but the kiddos love it and stuff. So if you do get splashed, I probably would suggest raising your server thing up and getting some new tacos on that, of course. But pretty sweet area. A lot of wedding proposals have actually been done here, believe it or not. So sometimes they'll either do it from like right there and there's something on the stage. I actually worked one where it was a wedding proposal. We had the bride-to-be right there. We had the gorilla as the ring bearer, and then the groom actually popped out of this little thing right there and prearrange it with us and get that done here. Lots of special memories. But anyways, gentlemen, welcome on into our lovely caverns. So as I said, it's made to be Guadalajara, Mexico, Acapulco, Mexico, but this one is actually modeled after the Cave of the Winds in Colorado Springs. So it is, I think this was actually a little bit of a later edition. It used to be a green room back in the day, but put a lot of work into this, making it look like it. Also, a couple little hidden features in here. You see, we got a couple names actually in these rocks right here. Little hidden features, so no, you ain't seeing stuff. Oh, yeah. Right there is Mike. He was a general manager here for about 20 years. He was a real hard worker. Put a lot of different, put a lot of time into the place. I think he transferred over to some other type of job right now, doing some other kind of management. We also got Paco in the rocks, and Paco is actually the maintenance guy. He worked here in. He's been working here since the 1970s. He's about 70 years old himself. Been through 4 changes of ownership. He's actually the one that did the rocks in here. And he's probably one of the only guys that knows how to fix all the crazy ins and outs of this place right now. But I don't mind the sheriff in the rocks because he doesn't have to do much.
Look at this room.
But
oh my gosh.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on into our lovely auditorium. This is the largest dining area in the building. It sits 150 people. And also one of our main clients, believe it or not, we do have the Denver Broncos. Typically, we'll have one of their meetings in here once a year, say. And we got the old school Mortal Kombat Tekken and stuff like that. And you guys are pretty cool too. You guys want to come see the dive pit?
Yeah, I'd love to see the dive pit.
I don't for that all the time to people, but since you guys are pretty cool, I'll bring you guys back here. This is our lovely jungle room. This is a really good area.
Oh, wow.
It used to be a dining area back in the olden days, but it has a utility of both the divers being able to kind of get a little bit of a break or work out, get ready for the show. Also, we have a lot of like media, the type of people that come in here. So usually they got all their camera gear set up in here as well. So it's kind of like a pre-staging area. We got the Mayan Chapultepec architecture in here. This is my very favorite pillar, I would have to say. So that really big concrete head right there is cool. And we got a cool thing right here as well. And then back in here is our dive pit. You usually got to be a diver to come back in here, but I'll bring you guys in here real quick just so you guys can see that 30-foot ladder I was talking about. As you guys can tell, this is our 30-foot ladder that goes up both the stage and the top of the waterfall. And this is where the diver will come out of the pool after the show, obviously. It's a little bit, those pipes are, you gotta kind of like, you'll figure it out like the more you dive here, but usually pop up in here. We got our little shower system right over here. Just you want to make sure to shower off every dive because the pool chemical bromine is it's a pretty heavy duty chemical, and it's always good to kind of shower off and stuff. Alright, and now we're about to go into our Quien-Sabe mines, but before I do, I got a troll call. Now, who knows what Quien-Sabe means?
Spanish for mine?
You'd think so, but Quien-Sabe actually means who knows. So that was a little trick question, as you guys can tell. Because who knows what the heck you're going to find in the mine. Are you going to find silver? Are you going to find gold? Are you going to find your wife? Are you going to find a monster? Is your wife the monster? Quien-Sabe, who knows. But feel free to come on in.
For certain she is.
An area in the building. We got our lovely sleeping miner back there. He's impossible to wake up. He's been working feeling good. You guys can feel
sleeping miner back there.
Here. Rest of the restaurant's a little bit more tropical. Also, you guys are probably wondering how the heck they get food up in here, because it'd be pretty awkward if we did not have this little secret server entrance that actually goes into the kitchen. So when you guys get set in the mine and you guys need more food and stuff like that, the server actually comes out of here. So pretty sweet, I'd have to say so. Made to represent the silver mines. I think this is modeled after Colorado mines. And a lot of the mining equipment you do see in this mine was actually donated from a real mine in Colorado. We put this thing here about 10 or 15 years ago because we used to actually let the kiddos go back up in the mine and stuff like that. But we have had some kiddos way back in the day get stuck up in there. Some of the parents would go in there to retrieve them. They'd get stuck, and we actually had to use Crisco grease to pop people on out of here. But now we got this nice little alarm system down there. Make sure that doesn't happen. Pretty sweet. And then over here, obviously, is the Calabozo or El Poke jail. I have spent quite a bit of time up here. As you guys can tell, we usually have an extra little, if you want to get those black and white photos, we have another photographer with all little costumes in there as well. So it's a pretty sweet little spot. I'm going to be excited when we get those black and white photos going again too. So this one's made for the photos.
Mustaches are $1.
And we do sell mustaches too. So this one, obviously, I'm selling this mustache for about $1,000. So you can't buy this one for, it's a pretty good mustache, as you guys can tell. Another cool thing about this jail is it is modeled after a real jail cell that is basically impossible to get out of. There have been people that have jumped in the pool before. It's obviously legal. You get a trespassing ticket. We've had a lot of people a little bit tequilaed up jump off that bridge before. We do have to have the security guard actually grab them. It's kind of funny because they jump in the pool and then they run into the mine thinking that's where the exit is, but the exit's actually this way. Another little fun fact is if you jump in the pool and try to get away with it, you leave little wet footprints everywhere where you go. So the security guard's pretty easy to find them. We actually have had to put people in this jail cell to wait for the actual cops before you do get your photograph taken. You get banned from the restaurant as well.
It's the treasure room.
Employment was high, and so was
Oh wow. There's a fish swimming around there. Oh, there's a singing Billy Bass in there. I guess you can grab a Tootsie Roll on your way out. Oh, he's dying.
It is an authentic buffalo head. Obviously, it's not a live buffalo, but they obviously hunted that quite a while ago. But it is an actual real buffalo head, as you guys can tell. So very.
So wow, I was not expecting to get a full tour, full walkthrough of Casa Bonita. Very sad that the restaurant has been closed for well over a year, but amazing that actually that gives a little bit of an opportunity for people to come out and take this this free tour through the entire restaurant. The restaurant is massive. It does not look that big from out here, but it is expansive. You know, it's actually, if you take a look, it's in a strip mall here. There's like just strip mall and then the Pink Tower and the amazing tour that we just got. Now my understanding, the employees here, you know, they're saying that, you know, they're not really involved with management. They do their job. They're planning on opening soon. I think they said they're gearing up for an October opening. My understanding is that Matt Stone, Trey Parker, the creators of South Park, are in the process of purchasing this. So it'll be interesting to see if there'll be changes. I definitely want to come back here, definitely want to eat here. I filmed a video a couple years ago. If you want to check that out, you can get a look at some of the shows and what Casa Bonita looks like when it's in full action. But definitely was so cool to see some behind the scenes peeks here at this amazing restaurant. Thank you guys for watching. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please subscribe, and it'll let you know when new videos come out. Check out some of my older videos. I've been to the 48 continental United States filming roadside attractions, amusement parks, museums, haunted houses, and other fun stuff. If you'd like to help support the channel, consider donating to Patreon. $3 or more will get you a postcard once a month. Also selling enamel pins and the Etsy shop. All that just helps keep this train on the tracks, this boat in the water, and this dirigible in the air. Until next time, my friends, this one's in the bag.